Come to work to help put food on the table, do something you enjoy. It shouldn't impact you long term in your health and your...
Hi everybody, sorry about that. Let me set that screen sharing back up. Hi everybody, welcome to our economic update and market update as well. For today, the 26th of November, hopefully you are back seeing Forex Factory in the news. Let's have a little bit of a scroll back down. Gosh, Zoom is just difficult. And have a look at today, Thursday. FOMC minutes out of the US this morning, and nothing else of significance for the rest of the week. So obviously Thanksgiving holiday in the US today, and no news on Friday. So reasonably quiet news period. So nothing to push the market along from a fundamental point of view. Let's have a look at these charts. They're looking a lot more interesting than they were at the start of the week, and let's see what we can find for you guys in those. So I was saying with the FTSE, I really like the FTSE. Clearly we're in a nice move up, uptrend here. Pull back to weekly pivot, and already starting to see bounce off it. And I'll be pretty happy to get long in this area here. Perhaps waiting for a 4-hourly close, and then target up to a weekly resistance 1, or perhaps hold it for a longer move as well. We have seen big moves up in the FTSE recently. Bit of consolidation, but still for mine, maybe an initial take profit here and then hold on to the rest as we go along. Remember that these are only my opinions, these are educational only, and you should make your own trading decisions. NASDAQ, again, finally broken out of these ranges we talked about, started to accelerate, and I'm prepared to look to be long on these as well. We have got some resistance around these sort of areas here, and this previous high bound to hold up price as well. But, when this settles would be quite interesting now. We do have this high and this high, so we've got double top, and really a lower high here would be quite bearish. If we did get a reversal in this area here, that would be quite bearish for the NASDAQ in current circumstances. Could be interesting, but right now I'd be prepared to be long and perhaps trail a stop loss underneath it. I think the S&P is a little bit more interesting. In fact, it has come to these recent highs and stopped dead, and couldn't get through it yesterday. Having another go today, but I'd perhaps be looking at the high of yesterday as a buying point for this, and even the low of yesterday as a selling point for this. It just looks a bit toppy, and if you got below this bar here, look, remember that 6% of bars in golf. So if you go through the bottom, the chances of going through the high are not high. So if you go through the bottom, then a move back down to this level would seem very likely to me. And if we went through the high, I'd be using fib extensions to look for targets to the top side. Bitcoin will come off the weekly and back to the daily for this initially. And again, starting to look a little bit toppy here on Bitcoin. Move up by yesterday, a sort of rejection bar off this level here. We'll have a look at this level back on the weekly chart. It's an interesting level for mine because it's not an interesting level. We haven't got to those recent highs and those all-time highs, and we've just starting to see a little bit of selling off them already. This area is always likely to provide some interest. Still for mine, the upside target for now, so it's at sort of 19,780, and below. Actually, there's no real short option for me at this point. I'll be staying in this, and so I'll come back to the daily chart. Below yesterday's bar is a short option for me, stop loss above. And at some stage, I've seen a lot of green bars in this area through here, a lot of green bars, and some form of retracement is due. So a little bit of care on Bitcoin at the moment. Around this, between now and 20,000 will be pretty interesting for Bitcoin. Will tell us a lot. We said yesterday on oil that now we've broken out of this range, that if we've got the opportunity just to buy, and for mine, remains a buy at this point. Euro dollar started pretty quickly off the top of this range yesterday. Having another look at it, the same thing applies really. If we push through this level, then euro dollar's a buy all day for mine. And if we got a sort of a reversal bar here and chance to get in below that reversal bar and change back down into the range would also be an option. So we're going to have to let price action unfold here. Look, I think one of the good things about the market at the moment is at the start of the market, it was just like start of the week, it's like, look, this is just a mess. It's really hard to trade. And this week it's, well, if this happens, we can do this. And if this happens, we can do that. And they're good market conditions. We've still got to let this unfold a little bit, but at least what we're seeing unfold is promising for us. And look, a break of the top of this bar here and maybe this level here on the euro really. And we're starting to look pretty bullish at it. The rejection, and we could be looking for a move back down to the 100-day moving average, which is another big move in either direction. So there is promise here as far as some moves coming. And again, I've got to say, dollar yen, one of the most fascinating ones for me. People who follow us at Jackson Smith Online Trading Profits will know that I'm a big fan of this type of reversal signal. I really like them. And other people in the game don't call these reversal signals, but I call this a reversal signal and this a reversal signal. And normally I'd be really interested in this reversal signal here, the same thing really, where you get this move and this indecision, and then you get this sticking an inside bar, like inside this indecision bar, and below that from mine normally is a dead cold sold, and I'm targeting the bottom of this bar. But I'm just not as convinced right now because fundamentally, from the point of view of COT, from the point of I'm just not. I think this is a long. I'm not convinced, and I'll keep an eye on this. Give me a second on this for a second, please, guys. Yeah. We will have to watch this a bit closer. I'm prepared to have a look at this again in either direction. Not so much below this bar because I've got weekly pivot in the way, but below this bar here, I'm prepared to have a look at getting short and trading down. And above this bar, I'm prepared to head up and look for monthly pivot. And we'll let the fundamentals shake out as they go. Today is Thursday. I'll be back on Friday at 3 o'clock. We'll have another look at this stuff and see if we can make it a little bit clearer for you guys. I understand if you're a brand new trader watching this, it's not completely clear yet. And that's just the phase the market's in. It'll change. Things will get clearer. At the moment, for mine, it's still an opportunity to perhaps sit in our hands a little bit and then just get clearer and find opportunities as they unfold over the coming weeks. Not a lot of news today, not a lot of news tomorrow, not to drive the market. So, a little reasonably cautious approach is in order. We'll come back next week and have NFP, non-farm payrolls, next Friday. Market a little bit of positioning before that as well, I'd expect. So I expect to see a little bit more. We also continue to see, perhaps we're starting to see signs of resolution in the US presidency, the Brexit stuff, the coronavirus stuff, and all of that can bring direction to us. So overall, I do think we've got good markets ahead. They're just a little bit messy right now. In the meantime, all you need to do is make good decisions and stay calm. Cheers, guys, and see you then. Bye. See you tomorrow.